Alhamdulillahi nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayhi. Wa na'udzu billahi min sururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. May yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa may yudlilhu fala hadiyalah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam tabaraka wa sallama tasliman kasiran kasira amma ba'd. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa man ahsanu qawlan mimman da'a ila Allah wa amila salihan wa qala innani minal muslimin. My dear brothers and respected elders and sisters, we speak English because we want to please Allah. With the permission of Allah, using English as the language of instruction, it will make a wider group of people be able to understand my lecture. If I speak only Malay in my lecture, then only those who knows Malay language will be able to understand my lecture. But I want to increase the circle of the people who will understand my lecture. So I begin to give lecture in English about probably 1 year ago. Now the circle of people who are able to understand my lecture increased tremendously. But I only know 2 languages, basically English and Malay. So I speak different topics in Malay and the different topics in English. Depends on what Allah give the ilham or the insinuation to me. When I speak English, the ilham is different from when I speak Malay. So those who want to understand my lecture should know 2 languages. Should know English and should know Malay. You should learn English, you should learn Malay. Okay? When Allah has made me to become the leader of the whole world, then these 2 languages will become the language of the world. The Malay language and the English language. We will make schools everywhere in the world to teach Malay language and English. So men, need to understand, need to communicate, and Allah has given languages as a means to communicate. You can't communicate without able to speak. The languages which the people will understand us. So we can communicate the whole world with 2 languages, Malay and English. This is my prophecy, that in the future the main language of the world are English and Malay. Who? If you live long, then you live to witness this prophecy. If you have a short life, then you probably won't be able to witness this prophecy. We are moving forward, towards making a world of peace and tranquility. When we embark on the mission of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when we embark on the work of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it means we are embarking on the road of prosperity, happiness and tranquility in the entire world. And I think each one of you who are listening to this lecture of mine will be very happy and very pleased to know that when we started the work of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Prophet whom Allah has sent to the whole entire mankind in the entire world, we are actually embarking on the path of making this world a place of peace, happiness and tranquility. Will you like that? If you like that, then let's come and let's follow me to do the work of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The reason as to why I said that when we are embarking on the work of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it means we are embarking on the path of making this world a place of peace, happiness and tranquility, because Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the Prophet of Allah whom Allah has sent to the entire mankind in the entire world until doomsday. We can't embark on any other work other than the work of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam if only we want to make this world a better place to live. Everybody is saying that, we want to make the world a better place to live. But what is the path? We thought taking any path, it will only rhetoric, only words. It will not materialize. Doing something which are not the work of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam will not lead us to make this place, this world, a happy place to live, a better place. Never will. Because Allah is the owner, the one who have created us and the entire world and heavens. The entire heavens and the earth. He is the owner of the entire creations. He knows the way and how to make us to live with peace, happiness and tranquility. He sent the prophets of Allah. He sent with the Prophet of Allah the Quran. So these two things that we have to do. We follow him and we read the Quran. And when we follow him in whatever Allah has ordered us to follow him. The first thing that we have to follow him, we have to recite the kalima. There is no God except Allah and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. La ilaha illallah. And after reciting the kalima, we follow him by doing his work. These are the two main things. And the third thing, after we do the work, his work, we do the worship towards Allah, the prayer. These are the path that we need to follow. When we are saying that we follow the path of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it means we doing the work of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because it is mentioned in the Quran, Kul hazihi sabili ad'u ilallah. Tell Muhammad, to the whole entire mankind, this is my path. My path is the path of calling people to Allah with basira, with firm faith in what I'm inviting. So this is my path and the path of those who follow me. So we have to follow him. We have to decide to follow him. So if we don't follow him, then we follow other than him. And other than him which we follow is our desire. If we don't follow Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we follow our desire. And when we follow our desire, the devil will be with us. The devils are with those who follow their desire. The devil will not follow, will not be able to deviate us from the correct path if we follow the path of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with steadfastness and sincerity. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us that road, that path. And that path and that road is the path and the road that lead us to become the lover of Allah. And why Allah made the purpose of our life, the mission of our life is to become the lover of Allah, is because Allah says, if you are able to become my lover, then you will have everything in this world and everything that is good in this world as well as in that. But if you lose me, you are not able to become my lover. Instead of becoming my lover, you become the enemies of Allah, then you will lose everything, or you'll get all the evil things, either in this world or in the hereafter. Why should we make the purpose of our life to fulfill our desires? But many are leading that path, that almost the whole world are not aware of what is their purpose of life. They simply follow others, they follow their forefathers, they follow their parents, they follow everyone, and everyone is following the path of fulfilling their desires. When you follow the path of fulfilling your desires, the shaitan, the devils, the jinns who have become devils, they are also jinns who are Muslim, but those jinns which are infidels, they are the satanic forces. And these satanic forces will lead you away from the true path of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Why? Because you are making your desire to be your God instead of Allah. So everyone is seemingly following many other religions beside Muhammad, and the religion of Allah, the religion of Islam, the path of Muhammad, but actually they are following one single path also, the path of making the desire to become their God or their Lord, because they are submitting their life entirely to their desires, and their desires is to obtain the material wealth of this world. So everyone in this world, even though they are Christian, they are Jews, they are Hindus, they are atheists, agnostic, and whatever religion they are claiming to follow, but all of them are actually following one path, the path of fulfilling the desires. And the desires is to have this material wealth, to have the comfort and luxuries of this life in this world. That's all. So why should we follow our desires and make our desires to become our God? They are not our God. Allah has given us the desires so that we will be able to fulfill our needs as a human being. As a human being, we have needs such as food, water, sex, transport, and all these needs we need to have in order to enable us to live in this world with comfort. We shouldn't live with luxuries. There's no reason why we should live in this world with luxuries. There's no need. There's no luxuries here in this world. Luxuries is only in paradise. We have to live in this world, to the level in which we are able to fulfill our needs, so that we can live comfortably in this world. And to fulfill our needs is not the purpose. But when we follow our desire, then we make our needs no longer our needs. It becomes our purpose. We accumulate material things. We want more power. We want more sex. We want more cars. So what's the use of having so many cars? We need only one car. Our need is only one car, isn't it? We can now see that many rich people of the world, billionaires, are having so many cars. You just wonder and think whether it is wise to have many cars and stocking all the other unused cars in maybe to stock all the unused cars in some rooms or some museum, there is one Arab, very rich. He has a collection of about 3,000 cars in the desert. And you can enter into that museum. You can see all sorts of cars. Then car is no longer his need. He has become luxuries. It become something which are no longer his necessity. He need only one car. He says, you need so much money to have only one car? No. Simple car. As Steve Jobs says, either you drive an expensive car or cheap car or simple car, you reach the same place. Either you go on private jet or on commercial plane. When the plane fall down, you fall with the plane. Either you have a wallet of 100 or 300 and a wallet of 3,000, it contains the same amount of money, isn't it? So what Steve Jobs was saying at the time on his deathbed is to remind people, don't follow me, who makes needs become luxuries. Purpose of life. Live simple. Live according to your needs, not according to your desires. Do not make your needs to become the purpose of your life, collecting needs. So these rich people, they actually should be very clever and intelligent because they got a lot of money, but it doesn't seem to be so. They seem to be acting like fools, because instead of having one car, he has 3,000 cars. Instead of having commercial plane, doesn't need to have a private plane, they have hundreds of private planes. Instead of having few clothes, they have thousands of clothes, shoes, makeup, and they are acting like fools. They are not intelligence. They are not brilliance. They are not sensible. They have become mad because their guidance is not Allah and the prophets. Their guides come from the devils. The devils are the one who control them. Why? Because you have made desires to be your God. You associate Allah with your desires, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you to the devils. And when devils are in control of anybody, then the devil surely will lead that person to the wrong path. And this is the reason as to why there's so many people in this world, almost everyone are deviated from the true path, from the path of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from leading and doing the work of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, inviting people to Allah, that will lead him to become the lover of Allah, to achieve his true purpose. And when he becomes the lover of Allah, he is able to enter paradise and save from hellfire. So if a person, who are denying the prophets of Allah whom Allah has sent to them, that means that person has closed the door, for him to enter paradise. When he closed the door completely, the door to enter paradise, it means he has gone against the very purpose as to why Allah has created them, to become the lover of Allah. And for that reason, Allah usually destroyed them entirely from the surface of the earth, when they denied the prophets of Allah whom Allah has sent to them. When they denied the prophets of Allah, that means they don't follow. When they turn their backs, That means they don't follow the prophets Muhammad SAW. It means we don't follow the path. It means we follow our desires. It means we are following the devils. It means we do not want to go to paradise. We want to go to hellfire. It means we go against the very purpose, the very reason as to why Allah has created us. Allah has created us so that we will enter paradise and save from hellfire. Allah is the God, the Lord, who is most loving and compassionate. He doesn't create us so that we will enter hellfire. He doesn't create us because He wants us to go to hellfire. He created us because He wants us to enter paradise. But once we deny the prophets of Allah, we go against the Quran. It means we go against the very purpose as to why Allah has made us. That means we want to go to hellfire. So for that reason, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send calamities, punishment, so that it's better for us to die than to live, because we are not living to the purpose as to why Allah has created us. We are living according to the purpose, our own desire, and following the devils. There's no use to live. And that's why Allah sent calamities that wipe them out entirely from the surface of the earth. Like the people of Noah, like the people of Pharaoh, like the people of Prophet Saleh, like the people of Prophet Hud, like the people of Prophet Lut, Hud and Lut, like the people of Saleh, Prophet Saleh. All of them have gone against their prophets. Some want to kill them, some want to banish them away from their city. Some have plotted to kill their prophet. So when they and the people of Quraysh, Mecca, they're turning themselves away from Muhammad SAW because they are intending to kill him, which they never were able to do. The prophets have that the natural way, but to the Quraysh of Mecca, the main purpose is to kill him. Even he has gone away from Mecca, living in Medina, still the people of Quraysh of Mecca doesn't let him to live with peace in Medina. They were waging wars after wars against Muhammad SAW. Just one reason, to kill him. They are not interested to kill any other people but Muhammad SAW. But Allah doesn't make them to be able to achieve their goal. Instead, Allah humiliate them, make the Prophet ﷺ able to conquer them and to submit to Muhammad SAW. So this is the reasons why many people in the past are annihilated from the surface of the world. The very main reason is because they denied the Prophet of Allah whom Allah sent to them. They go against, they're trying to kill, plotting. Why they go against the Prophet? Because they say these prophets are telling us to follow Allah. We want to follow our desires. We are not living in this world to fulfill our needs only. We are living in this world to fulfill our desires, and our desires has no limits. That's why the rich people of the world are living, like madmen, who are living with the purpose of life of fulfilling their desires. So instead of having one car, they got 1,000 cars. They got, instead of only one simple house, they got so big houses and many houses, palaces. Everybody think that by having so many cars, by having so many houses, so many clubs, so many planes, they will be respected and honored, and they will be regarded as a rich person, and become rich is something of an achievement. But this is all lies. You know, honor and grace doesn't come from wealth, doesn't come from having abundance of wealth. It is a creation of Allah. He has no power to give peace and tranquility. The one that gives power and the one who have the power to give peace and tranquility is only Allah. So for Allah to love us, we have to love the prophets of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We have to follow him, we have to obey him, and to follow his path. And his path is to do the work of inviting people to Allah. That's why if we intend to follow Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the first thing we have to do, we have to recite the kalima, and after reciting the kalima, we have to do the work of inviting people to Allah with basira. Then if we follow this path with steadfastness and sincerity, with commitment, with the sacrifice of our wealth and time, we will finally reach the end of that path. And the end of that path is to be able to become the lover of Allah. So, what is to become a rich people? To become people with abundance of material wealth, and to become the lover of Allah. Such a very great difference. A person who has made the purpose of their life is to acquire material wealth, they are fools. Because the material wealth will not be able to give him anything. The peace that he wants, the happiness that he wants, the comfort that he wants, the health which they want, the wealth cannot give him health. You know, you got a lot of money, if Allah make you unhealthy, you know, will you become healthy? Huh? If you are not healthy, you got a lot of money, will your money can make you healthy? No. Now COVID-19, respiratory disorder, you know, it leads to respiratory disorder. You can't breathe. You may be a millionaire, a billionaire, but you can't make your money to buy the oxygen. So many rich people died from COVID. They have money, but money cannot give health, cannot prevent them from heart attack, from cancer. So why you need more money? Money can give you happiness? No. Money and wealth cannot give you anything without the permission of Allah. Never, ever. So why need to become rich? To become so rich? It will not make you to go anywhere except to be there as you are, as which who Allah have decided you to become, you will be. You end up not eating anything, you become the person who cannot even eat meat, chicken, fish. You can only eat bread. Even if you have billions, like Henry Ford, you know. Henry Ford was very rich, but doctor says you cannot eat anything except bread and water. There are so many cases, not only Henry Ford. One Indians in Bombay, in India, very rich. So someone went and visited him. He says, I'm not happy. These hours of mine, which are big, my cushions, which are so soft, doesn't make me able to sleep. So what happened is doing business of fishing, sending their ships and their fishing ships in the evening. You know, the whole night he will thinking about his fishing ship, whether it's safe or not, whether getting fish or not. So the whole night he cannot sleep, he said, thinking. When the fishing ships reach the shore in the early morning, he'll be busy with the ship, with the fish. His routine is like that. Not able to sleep in the night, So busy during the day. Finally he got sick, very sick. Doctor said, cannot eat anything, only bread. So that guy told him, you come to me to the mosque tonight, there's a lecture, you come and then you listen to the lecture. So he went with that fellow. So at the time of eating, he cannot eat anything. He only eat the breads. But he was being, Allah has given him such a peace of mind, having to be with these people who are listening to the talks of Allah. He has peace. He fall to sleep in that mosque, and he said, has never been that happy. I can sleep. I cannot sleep in my house. I can sleep in the mosque. That's why many people join Tabligh Jamaat, because by joining Tabligh Jamaat, these people who cannot sleep able to sleep. Because of that they follow Tabligh Jamaat, not because Tabligh Jamaat is a true work. No, it's far from being a correct work, but it is a work, not truly the work of Muhammad SAW, but pseudo. It is only the work of listening to lectures, sleeping in a mosque, eating in the way of, seemingly the way of Muhammad SAW, listening to lecture, listening to the hadith. That's about all. But yet they have peace. These people who don't have peace, cannot sleep, they can sleep. There is a group of Tabligh Jamaat, who are riding a train, and they were sitting among the non-Muslims. All the groups is in that seat, and there is one non-Muslim. So it's a practice of people of Jamaat Tabligh, when they are in the plane, on the train, or when it is possible, they will read the book of Hadith. So that man, he cannot sleep. But he saw the whole Tabligh people while listening to the Talim are sleeping. He said, how can you sleep? People say this is Sakina, black Rahmah coming. So he says, such an incredible religion. I want to embrace Islam. So this is the reason, why so many people follow Tabligh. One of the reasons is because they can sleep. That happened to my own father-in-law, Datuk Ismail Panyahari. He used to be a mayor of Kuala Lumpur, He cannot sleep too. But when he joined Jamaat Tabligh, he can sleep. That is enough for him to follow Jamaat Tabligh, because no medicine, no drugs, no money can make you to sleep. But Allah give more than that if we follow the path of Muhammad SAW. Not only sleep, the true iman and faith in Allah, that will lead you to become the lover of Allah, will make you not able to sleep. More than that, the peace of mind in this world and in the hereafter. So, if we are wanting to make this world a place of peace, happiness and tranquility, we have to tread that path of Muhammad SAW. We have to embark on that work, and not the work of following the desires. Believe me, you will not become fools by following Muhammad SAW. You will become wise and intelligent. Allah will make you wise and intelligent. So why should you follow the path that will give you disaster, miseries, unhappiness? Useless. It's no point. Make repentance if ever you follow that path. Obey my talks. Obey me. You recite the kalimah And after reciting the kalima, you follow that path of inviting people to Allah. You will find out what I've said is the truth. You will not know, you will never be able to know that it is true if you don't follow. You try it and see as to whether what I have said is the truth. It's definitely the truth, because I am telling you what Allah has mentioned in the Quran. And the Quran is the words of Allah, and the word of truth. If you follow the truth, naturally you will be successful. We will be successful. So it is not impossible to make the whole world to become a place of peace and tranquility and happiness. It's not impossible. It has been shown, has been told by Allah. So now we have human beings as well as the jinns. The jinns now are becoming devils, trying to prevent us from following Allah and His Rasul. So what we should do towards the jinn? We shouldn't curse the jinn. We should do good to the jinns who have become devils. So we must make prayer, dua. We can't talk to the jinn because the jinns are invisible, but some of them are our enemies. So how to prevent ourselves from our enemies? We do good to our enemies, that the enemies become friends. So we make dua for the jinns also to obtain hidayat. Even the devils, Iblis, also we make dua so that he became Muslim. This is the way of preventing evil with our heart, by making dua. If we don't make dua for our children, our wife, our friends, that means we are not preventing their evils. So we must make dua for the entire mankind and entire jinns to follow that path of Muhammad SAW. It means we are preventing evils, and until our enemies become friends. So when all the jinns become Muslim, they no longer become our enemies. Then what will happen? Whole mankind will follow the correct path. The whole humanity will be following the true path, and the world will be at peace, happiness and tranquility. And everybody after their death, inshallah, I will put them in paradise and save from hellfire. At least to the community of human being and mankind at my time, not before me. Because before me, there's nobody making such prayer or making the jinns, to obey Allah, to believe Muhammad, to follow. But with the grace of Allah, Allah have given me the ilham that we should prevent the evils of the jinn too, by making dua for them. And I'm making dua for them every day. Whenever I do gash, to every house, to every person. So this is the path, preventing evil with the heart. That means with dua. So the man, we can prevent evils with action, prevent evil with talk, but jinn cannot. To prevent evil of the jinns, we have to make prayer. So in the script which I have made, it is mentioned there specifically, prayer for jinns. And this has never been done by any other prophets or type of prophet in the past. Only has been shown to me. You know why? Because a time will come during my time when the whole entire mankind, including jinns, are following that path of Muhammad. And when everyone, including the jinns and men, are following the path, the world will turn to come like paradise. Peace, happiness and tranquility. You believe me, you follow. If you don't believe me, you don't follow, I have nothing to lose. The one who are at loss is you, who do not want to follow. It's all your choice, either to follow or not to follow. But I'm solemnly request you to follow, because the true path is good for you. You are doing good to yourself. The wrong path, you are doing harm, not to others, to yourself. Why should you harm yourself? You should do good to yourself. Follow the true path, the path of Muhammad SAW, the path of reciting the kalima, and after reciting the kalima, to do the work of Muhammad SAW, to call people to Allah.